Hey guys, this is Ash here from the Network Studios. Welcome back to another stream today inside of the city, neighborhood area, whatever you guys want to call it. So, I'm gonna work on here a little bit more today because we're kind of close to finishing it off. Getting it completed, doing what we want to do with it, and I think we can get things going, and it should look a lot better once it looks completed a bit more. It's looking good, but it is a little bit of a way off its completion. I've still got a garage to build. To it, I've got the back windows to do, the back door, that type of thing. So I can't class it obviously done just yet, but we can class something. We can definitely say that it's on its way. Now, that's obviously the good thing, and that's obviously what we want here. Yeah, so basically, we're here, completing this bungalow. Trying to get it a little bit more completed. So I'm very close, guys, to putting the word out that I didn't want to have to put out, and unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that I can. I don't think I can carry on anymore. So I think I'm going to have to go ahead and say it. And I'm going to have to go ahead and say RIP to Park Drive. Now, I didn't want to have to say this, but let's just say it's not been looking good for a while. I've wanted to try and fix it back up. I've wanted to try and sort Park Drive out again. But I've just not had the people to do it. What I'm saying is I can easily look for more people. That's not the issue for me, but I need the people what were in episode 100 to be in episode 101 because they had an existing role and a character. Obviously, if I was to just get a load of new people and start or continue the role play, it's still not going to be the same because it wouldn't follow from what we did last time we made Park Drive, if that makes sense. Now, I'm really gutted to have to say that we can't do that anymore because I enjoyed doing it. It was fun. We made 100 episodes of it. It went pretty well in terms of what we did. We did some pretty cool stuff. I definitely enjoyed making some of the things happen, what we made happen in it. But unfortunately, it's just not really it's not really going to go any further because we don't have the people what were on before to go ahead and be on now to continue episodes. Now, apparently, our good pal Ant, apparently he's going up to be in the police force. Obviously, Steve works at the airport, so it's like touch and miss. He's sometimes on, he's sometimes not on, and when he is on, he's only on for maybe the matter of an hour to 2 hours at the most. It's very even rarely that he's on for an hour anymore. And that's not me complaining. People get busy in real, but it's just one of them disappointing things that we just kind of have to say there's nothing we can do about it. But hopefully we can start some new stuff what will maybe be as good, if not better, if I'm kind of making sense to you guys. Now, we might be able to do something what works out just as good in the future. So I really need to start looking for something new to do on the channel, because the channel, I mean, I'm not too fussed if it grows or it doesn't grow, but it's kind of pointless me doing this channel if it doesn't grow at all. That's what I'm saying. I'm not bothered if I don't get a massive amount of views, but if I'm not moving anywhere at all. Apologies, guys. I'm gonna put a stair block here anyway. So yeah, if we're not moving well, that even might be a reason why we're not moving anywhere. But now the reason, like there's no point me doing it if we don't move anywhere at all. But I'm not bothered to get like thousands or millions of views, because this is just a hobby, really. This is just something to come and do and chill out with on a night. What doesn't really bother me if it like gets massive or not. It's just something that I enjoy doing for a bit of fun, and I like talking to a few different people and just, you know, making some cool videos for a bit of fun. But like, if we're not actually getting any form of movement, which I don't think we've moved up in subscribers for quite a while, preferably since Park Drive did stop coming out as regular as it was coming out. I know we weren't getting massive amount of views then, but we were still getting some views, and we were still getting a few subscribers, which was better than nothing. It was still giving me something to enjoy with the hobby, if that makes sense. Whereas now we're kind of doing nothing other than just streaming, because there's nothing to do at the moment, because I've been waiting to see if we can get Park Drive back going. There's been obviously no clubbing event years happening for a while. Clubbing year events, rather, that I've been able to take the camera on board with me. The music show, I lost my USB stick somewhere. I've had a little look for it, but my laptop's also not been working the greatest lately in terms of like just the laptop being a bit slow itself. So I've not really been able to get any like videos for people to feature from the music group, but I have actually found some pretty cool talent, mainly a lot in rapping, but I like featuring rappers on that show, so I would like to bring that back. That is definitely something I would like to continue. I need to have a look round for my USB stick and see what I can do there in that way. But another thing that I was actually thinking was, why don't I make it from the iPad? You know how I had that, you know, I've got that ability to record my screen now. I was thinking, why don't I kind of react to the videos itself? You know how, you know, like before, how I was showing some little clips of the video. Why don't I kind of check out the sort of musician by watching one of his videos, if that makes sense? I think that could personally work out good, doing that. Then I can just search up the musician that I want, and I can just click on the video, and then we can kind of like watch it, and then I can kind of like, well, we can watch so much of it, then I can tell you guys, you know, like what I think about it. The only thing about that is I don't really have anything to transition between. Like, I could try and make it on. Actually, I might be able to do that. You'll probably have to bear with me, but I might be able to get the music show back up and running. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I am possibly able to get it back up and running. So don't worry, guys, the music show could alternatively be making a return for itself. So that's one good thing. The more I think about it, the more we've got that look, that sort of ability for that to be able to return. So that's good. I'm pleased about that. I was definitely starting to think that the music show was going to become a no-go, but that's quite good that that's, possibly able to come back. But there's still like other things on the channel that we need to go ahead and have a little bit of a sort out. So we still got to do a little bit of sorting out that way, if you kind of get me. Now there is one thing that's going to annoy me. If I do this, it's going to leave a gap of 1 here, so I'm going to have to fill the wall up like this instead. I was going to use this house wall as part of the brick wall, but it would then make the size of the garage door from the inside look uneven, because there'd be a gap of 2 here and then only a gap of 1 there, which is not really what you call something I'd like to personally do, but there's like literally nothing else that I would be able to do. So I'm going to make the garage about this big. It's only a bungalow, doesn't need to be a massive garage. It's not going to be a massive garage. Bungalow garages aren't massive and stuff like that. I tell you one thing I do recommend you guys checking out though. Like my Facebook page, because my MC Noble Rap page, we do a new thing on there called the Friday Live Show. Basically, I MC for about an hour. I meant to do a Q&A. Well, I'm not meant to, but I wanted to put a Q&A into the Friday Live Show, but I didn't really get many Q&A questions. Q&A questions aren't really my page's style. Like, personally me, I like doing Q&As. I'd love to do Q&As, but a lot of people don't. Like, when you're an MC, there isn't too much you can get asked about with being a Q&A. There is a few questions, like what made you want to MC, how did you start MCing, how did you become so good, type thing, but there isn't a lot of different questions. Whereas, like, if I did a Q&A on this, it'd be like, what made you start Park Drive? What's your favourite building in the map? How long have you been building the city, type thing? Which, you can get a lot more good answers to something like this than you can MCing, because MCing's kind of a little bit repetitive. MCing is kind of the same thing, you're just MCing over a song. So Q&A styles don't really necessarily work on my Facebook page when we do the Friday Live Show, as I found out in episode 1. So I need to think of something else to fill that gap. I need to fill that gap in of what was, the Q&A to what it could be now. You could say more MCing, but after you've MC'd for about an hour, plus I MC over Song of the Week, I kind of don't feel like MCing anymore. Otherwise, the whole thing's just going to be MCing. I want it to be a bit like a show where we do some like other features as well, not just MC. Kind of like Kutski's Keeping the Rave Alive. He doesn't just mix, he like features like sort of like the world's hardest record of the week. He does like different things. He gets like guests in. I'd love to get guests in. I would love to get a guest. I'd love to get guests in. Getting a guest in would absolutely be amazing for me. That would be pretty cool. So I'm gonna definitely have a look about getting some guests in on the Friday Live Show. Definitely in the future, but that's gonna be more kind of when I get the studio in the shed sorted. Which also building the Ultimate Music Studio I gave up with that. I'm I'm pretty much constantly fighting a losing battle because I try to like work on the shed, and it's all right painting the outside and making the outside look nice and stopping the water from coming in, but I actually want to use the inside as well. What I'm saying is once I get the inside sorted, I can go ahead and I can go ahead and spend as much time on the outside as I like. What I'm saying now is it's a lot better inside now because we've got the gutters and stuff up. But rather than spending time going round painting, the back and the sides until they're completely done before I work on the inside, is just stupid. Like, it looks nice at the front, and I'm not saying that I won't paint the back, and I'm not saying that I won't paint the sides and make them look nice, because I do wanna make everything look really nice. But what I am saying is I want to get inside the shed, and the thing what I'm constantly fighting the battle with is every time I try to go ahead and fill and work or want to do something on the inside, everybody's, oh, that'll have to stay in there for now. Oh, you can't move that. Oh, we ain't room to put that anywhere else. It'll have to stay for now. Oh, you can clear it out, but you're gonna have to start putting stuff back. And that's the thing. I'm constantly fighting a losing battle. But the thing is I've been told that if I sort this shed out and I actually clear the inside, I've been told that I can actually go live to, my, to like radio stations, what do like live streams on Facebook and stuff. I've been told that I can actually go live there. But every time I want to start clearing it, like, there's always stuff that I'm not allowed to move or stuff what has to stay there, but I should be able to move it because it's my own shed. That's what I'm saying. And every time something each week gets like just stored into that shed, whether it's like the tub with the washing line pegs in, whether it's a load of clothes because it starts raining, whether it's a pushchair from a sister or something, like something always goes in there. But I've been told that I can go live on radio stations and that I can, it could really boost my career. It's not just a bit of fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I see. This needs to. I thought it looked a bit thinner, but I'd love to get it like emptied out and start decorating the inside of it. But it's just not really. It's not happening, and now we're already like September, and we're already coming into like nearly winter again. Bad weather and. Hey, oh, what's happened here? 1, 2. What we hear, look. Someone, or maybe even me, did the footpath wrong. But yeah, I've got told that I could go live to radio stations if I sorted the inside out, which I really want to do, but I just, like, people keep putting washing back in there or saying that this can't be moved and that can't be moved, but, like, it would really boost my career. So we had to unfortunately stop that because they kept telling me that, get the outside done so it stops leaking and being safe inside. But the more I'm spending on the outside, the longer they can leave stuff in there, or they can put, or they can take washing in and stuff like that, if you get what I mean. Like, I think it was just a saying. Like, to stop me, so like they could do it for longer. It's the same with a beard, like, because you guys won't really know, you won't really know me in real. But they are, but you know, I've got like a bit of a beard growing at the moment, and I get a lot of hairs like what grow under my chin. And they always say like the more you shave, the more it'll grow back, which, you know, it possibly will, and it has grown back more since I have been shaving it. But my point is they keep saying that like they've been saying it for like almost a year now. You keep shaving it, it'll grow back. So I keep doing, and it has grown back a bit. But my point is they're saying it because they don't want me to have a beard. Like, you know, like shaving it and it growing back is one different thing. But I'm keep shaving it, aren't I? Which I'm not keeping it. Like, it personally doesn't bother me having it. And, you know, my mum said that she quite likes it. But, you know, and that's the same with the shed, you know. Keep working on the outside and they can keep their gear in there a bit longer. So I'm not saying the series will never return, but let's just say it doesn't look promising. Let's say there's more chance of Park Drive returning than there is building the ultimate music studio. Like, I could take you in there now and it'll be no different to last time you guys saw the last episode, apart from there isn't a Christmas snowman in there anymore. But literally, there's still piles of washing, there's still the same old junk and pushchairs at the side, and I guarantee you, like, something's probably been put in there today. Something probably has, you know, or if not, something will get put in there this week. Like, even if it's something as small as just a little empty box or something, something will get put in the bar this week. Something will. I might even be tempted to hold you to that. And like, I'm tempted to make a video now. Well, not right now, but a video showing you guys what's in there. And then I'm tempted to make another video to show you guys once something has been put in. But I'm not that stupid. I'm not that daft, really. But no, it'd be cool. Like, I tell you now, like, I don't mean to sound harsh, but if I had the music studio, like, kitted out and working in there with Wi-Fi, I wouldn't be in here now. Let's say that. I would possibly be in there experimenting with music. Like, I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking, like, well, I'm selling my bike anyway, which you guys probably know. So that'll get rid of that. But that then doesn't mean that more stuff can go in the bike's place. Which that's exactly what they'll be thinking. They'll think once that bike's gone, because until I get another one, I guarantee they'll think that they can stand a few more extra boxes in for now. It'll be for now. And then in about 6 months' time, they won't have shifted. Do you get me? Do you get my gist? Like, so, but I think I am gonna try and get back onto him again and say, like, I'm like, but you can't say anything to them because it's classed as being rude. But you know, sometimes when you just really want to tell them that enough is enough, like, because sometimes I don't think they realise how serious I am, and I think, you know, they just have a little bit of a giggle or something. But I would really like to put my foot down and tell them that that's enough's enough. Like, I'd love to just take everything out there what's not mine and dump it in the house and say, look, I want my shed back. You find somewhere to put that. That's not my issue, my bother anymore. I've waited long enough. But I'd get clipped. Well, I'd be in trouble, let's say. I couldn't go and, you know, I couldn't go and say something like that. But let's just say, like, it's tempting. Or it's tempting just to dump it all out on the gravel and say, look, you find somewhere to put that now. Very tempting. Really, really tempting, actually. Let me just do something a sec. There we go. Oh yeah, they should be doing Monday Night Slam today. At 5. That's maybe why they haven't invited me. Yeah! Food. I bet I've got the meat and potato pie, guys. I don't know if you guys, I'm like, you guys might not know, but I'm quite fussy with food. Like, there's certain things I won't have, like, even if it's kind of the same thing, I won't have it in a certain form. Like, I'll have mashed potato, and I'll have the odd roast potato, but in terms of a new potato or a jacket potato, I can't have. But it's the same with, like, tomato. I can have tomato sauce, but I can't have, like, a full tomato. I don't like a tomato itself, if you get me. And I'm like, sometimes the same with other things as well. Like, you know, like I could easily have mash and the meat out of a meat and potato pie. But even the same, like, if you get a potato out of a meat and potato pie and try and mash it down, I don't like it. It has to be like the proper mash made from, like, how you actually make it. It can't be, like, cooked as a normal potato first. It don't have that same taste and it puts me off. Like, that's just who I am. But anyway, I'm gonna go and get some food. So like, subscribe, and comment. See you next time.